Okay, now we had finished painting our figure, and I went outside and I dipped it into the antiquing solution that I told you about that we use with the cowboy. And you can see by the figure right now what it's done to it. You see how it's just smoothed those colors over? How it's just gave the colors. See from the back, look at the colors, how it just gives them sort of a calming effect. And that's what that antiquing solution does to the shoes and to the color itself. And look around the face, in other words. You can just see that, you know, what it does to it in such a way. And you can see how it just brings the facial features out. And because what it does, it doesn't give it that bright look. It just gives it it sort of calms it down as the colors do. Gives it a contrast. And that's the little figure, and he's finished right here. Now, I'll let this dry for 24 hours. I dipped it and let it dry for 24 hours so that it'll be good and dry. And later on, I'll hit it with a couple of coats of this Def Clear wood finish, and that's just to seal it so that it. And even though the bowl linseed oil does seal it, it's good to hit it with this clear wood finish so that you can give it kind of a seal on it so that people handling it, their dirt on their hands won't get on it in such a way. Excuse me. But I use the Def Clear wood finish, and like I said, as you can see. Now let me repeat again this antiquing solution that I use. It's 1 quart of bowl linseed oil. And you can get that at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. And a half a quart of mineral spirits. And you can get the same thing at Lowe's or Home Depot. And you take that and you mix it together. Then you go down to the Hobby Lobby and you get a tube of Artist Burnt Umber oil-based paint. And it's in the tube size. It's in the Artist section of the Hobby Lobby. And it's burnt umber. And you take and you buy that and you come home and you mix a half a tube of the burnt umber oil-based paint. Now, not acrylic, but oil-based. And you mix that with a quart of bowl linseed oil and a half a quart of mineral spirits. And that is your solution. You put it in a plastic container. You can get one at Walmart or something, and you just mix that up and be sure you have a lid over it. Put a lid over it. And whenever you get through with your carving, just dip it in there. And now, once again, I want to warn you, please get some Playtex living gloves. Do not use bare hands when you dip these figures in, because bowl linseed oil, it does have some contaminants in it, so you can go get you some Playtex living gloves or whatever and use those to dip it in, and then set this thing aside for at least 24 hours, let it dry. And you see the calming effect that it gives to this piece. It doesn't even look like the same piece at times. And then you wipe it off a little bit with some paper towels or whatever, and you be sure now, I want to warn you once again, and I'll keep doing this, that bowl linseed oil is extremely flammable. So please don't take those paper towels. I always wet them and then sort of put them aside by themselves in places with not extreme heat so that you can, it can dry out and everything like that. So that's our figure, and that's what we do here. And I tell you, I've enjoyed you tuning in and us doing this little figure. But as you can see, we've antiqued it now, and later I'm going to hit it with two coats of the clear wood finish, the Def Clear wood finish, and that's just to keep anybody from that fools with the figure, that they're, you know, the dirt on their hands won't get on the figure. So this is him, and we're through with him, and I appreciate you being part of this figure and carving it and painting it. And we've got a lot of other projects planned, but I appreciate everyone that has written and asked certain questions. I know I can't answer them all, But remember, woodcarvingillustrated.com. Go there and talk to the on the message board. Get with Wood Carving Magazine and get you a subscription to that. And we'll keep doing more projects. And I sure appreciate you being a part of this. And God bless you now. And thank you for tuning in.